Good day everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Donkey Kong Country. I am the Mad Hatter, your host as always. Before I begin here, I just want to make note, my recording session failed once again, so I had to start the game entirely over and once again reach this point. It was my own mistake. I missed hitting the record button somehow, so without further ado, let's get into Oil Drum Alley. Now, most people tell me that this level is, or this world, excuse me, is actually a lot harder than previous levels. I have to question that, and well, I mean harder than Gorilla Glacier, if I can talk. I have to question that a few times for a few simple reasons, because I've never had trouble with this area. Well, I can't say that. The first time you're going through, you're gonna have trouble. But it's never caused me as much trouble as Gorilla Glacier has. And Gorilla Glacier continues to this day give me a headache. Although I will say in my last attempt, I did much better. Like, you'll see I've got a ton of lives now, and that's just because I've only used maybe 3. But anyways, talking about the game here. Slot machine, I failed. I got a frog. Diddy gets pissed. Fuck you, Diddy. Fuck you. Anyways, back to Oil Drum Alley. As you can see, the gimmick to this level is that there are oil drums on fire that you need to, well, obviously avoid the fire, because fire burns, and that is very bad. But, regardless here, we got tires, we got bananas, we got Kremlings. It is Donkey Kong in a nutshell. We get hit by said Kremlings. We get halfway point. Pro tip here. There's actually a DK barrel hidden under here if you need Diddy. And we will take Diddy, of course, because Diddy helps us on our way. And these orangutan fucks of doom die. And I'm starting to sound a little bit... I've been watching too much of Pickle's stuff. Like, he's starting to rub off on me just the way he talks and keeps making voices. And that was incredibly dumb. That was a terribly timed jump. I deserve to run in circles for the rest of my life until I die of exhaustion. What a horrible way to die. Anyways, back to the matter at hand. Oil Drum Alley. I'm not gonna say this level's hard because that whole mistake that I just made was my mistake. It was not the video game being too difficult, it was just me being an idiot. And there's a very distinct difference between being an idiot and the video game being too hard. See, that right there was kind of cheap, and you'll notice that more in this world than any other, that this game starts to get a little cheap. That was more bad timing on my part than it was the game being cheap. What I mean by being cheap is that they're gonna throw some enemies at you that are like, what the fuck? And that was cheap right there. You saw the first 2 go by. 1, 2, he was going for the 3rd one. So yeah, he does throw 3, but you guys saw the first 2 go by. How the fuck was I supposed to know that he throws 3? They're not supposed to have very good AI at this time, so they're all pattern recognized. So, I mean, really, this is all just done in a pattern and programmed in a pattern. So why does the pattern fucking change? Riddle me this, Batman. Why does the pattern change within the game of Donkey Kong Country for the Super NES? That one would stump even Adam West. Adam West would have no chance of answering that. Boy wonder Robin made. I didn't like Robin. Never did. I've always preferred, and you know what? I don't like Robin, but I like Nightwing. Nightwing was always a cool character to me. Okay, we're not gonna get fooled by that. Well, okay, then we're gonna get fooled by this. Fuck you. That's becoming a quick catchphrase for me. It's just, fuck you, game. Okay. Now, I guess I should talk about these. See how the fire, they does 2 short, 1 long. After the long one, you want to get on the barrel. So go right now, jump over, and win. I think we're done. yeah, that's all there is to this level. See, it's not too difficult. I mean, there are some spots that'll trip you up, but overall, it's okay. Okay, is this the one I hate? No, no. This isn't the one I hate. In the next world, there's a level just like this where you have to ride this little track here, and it's a pain in my ass. Right in my ass. Because what they add, well, you know what, I'll save it for that video. I'm not gonna talk about it until we get to it, and so you can actually see the pain that it causes me because I want to die when I play it. And more vultures, condors, whatever the fuck you want to call them. I'm gonna just call them big ass birds that cause massive pain, and that was a sweet ass jump I just did. And that was not. Okay, he shoots nuts at us, just knock him out. Missed the O, but I'm not too worried because we got a ton of lives now. You might remember in the last episode we were hurting for lives pretty bad. Not so anymore. I did really well, as I was saying, in Gorilla Glacier, and probably died only maybe 3 times? I'm not even sure. But yeah, I did awesome, and I actually got some more bonus areas that I didn't in the previous videos. I was kind of disappointed by that because all of a sudden, when I'm not talking, oh, I remember where they are. Yeah, and it was kind of shitty. But life goes on, these videos keep getting made. And we are not going to complain about that, are we? Beavers, we will complain about... Oh, shit. I know what's coming up. I really want to be Donkey for this, but you can't change. Yeah, that's exactly what I was scared of. That dude is Diddy's worst nightmare because he can only be cartwheeled into to make die. If you try jumping on him, he's not heavy enough to do any significant damage. In fact, Diddy goes flying backwards off the track and you're dead. That's just bottom line, you die. You know, I've never gotten that bonus barrel up there. I want to get it sometimes, but I don't know. Whatever. Oh, that was... I fucking hate those little vultures. We're gonna call them... I think they're called mini neckies. For some reason, that dude up there never comes down. I've never had him come down ever once. I don't know what he's doing up there. If he's just hanging out and is like, I'm gonna march in place here. Y'all could go fuck yourself. And, yeah. While I was talking there, I died. And, par for the course, really, at this point in the LP. I don't really know what to say now. I mean, you've seen this all before. The enemies fall down. We're on a track where we can't really move. We just gotta try and avoid enemies. That's the basic premise of this level, is just avoid enemies and get through it. But on the plus side, we now have Donkey Kong, so he can take out this big fuck. Yes. Revenge is mine! You are dead. Dead to the world. Dead in my heart. He had a soft spot. See, he's just like, I'm gonna march in place here. Y'all are fucked up. I'm gonna fuck you up way later. I don't even fuck you up now. I'm just gonna stand here. Anyways. Moving on forward, we get Claptraps of Doom and Bees of Doom. And we get a KG. We are now part of the KG clan. Oh, man. I don't really know what to say. I mean, we're coming to the end of this level already, which is probably a good thing because I'm running low on commentary already. There isn't much to say. It's just... You're on a track, you're not really moving, you're just jumping every now and then. And we're done, so fuck you, level. I don't have anything else to say to you. Friends off. Anyways, moving on to a cave level here. I hate this cave level, actually. This is one level that kind of gives me a bit of trouble, and I hate to admit that because I know I just said that this world is easy, but it really is, except for maybe this level and one more I can think of coming up. It's not too bad. And, you know how I made Gorilla Glacier look... Well, easier than it probably is for a lot of people, because normally I struggle through Gorilla Glacier a lot more than that, especially that first level. I made it look a lot easier than it is, and okay, well, you know what? We'll just keep moving on. We'll see how this goes. I don't want to talk and make a total ass out of myself and be like, oh, this shit's so easy. I can fucking do it with my eyes closed, blindfolded, with one arm and concussion. That's what I'm talking about. Right there, Rare. I hate when you do that. That is such a dick move. Like, just... you know what? They start punishing you for going too fast, and that's what I mean. If you get... Okay. Oh my god. What was that? That was a new world record for 3 deaths in a row. I think that was, what, 10 seconds apart? 3 deaths? That was fucking awesome. I fucking kick ass at this game. Yeah, buddy! Anyways, moving on. We're gonna spell Kong here, maybe. I kinda suck at this, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, just the G. Con! No, it's a con. Not a Kong, but a con. I conned you all. That was the worst evil laugh ever. Dr. Evil would have even found that offensive. But yeah, as I was saying before about what Rare kind of does now, they'll punish you for going too fast. They'll put random enemies in your way, right in the path that people normally take, like dead in the path. And it's pretty tough not to get hit by them. I'm just speaking from experience. I've been nailed by some of these enemies like out of nowhere. Wasn't even thinking about anything being there, and then all of a sudden, bam, nailed, dead. Right, call a mortician. You need to send me. That was very close and very stupid of me to try to attempt that jump at that time in motion, and I remember you. Also, I should talk about these barrels, I guess. Haven't really addressed them. What these barrels will do... hey, there was a barrel up there. What those barrels will do is infinitely spawn enemies, and this is really bad that I'm using Diddy right here, because I see a lot of these big fat fucks that are gonna be like, I'm gonna hit you. Well, actually, you're gonna try and hit me, but you know what? I'm just gonna dodge. Well, not even dodge, I'm just gonna take it like a bitch, and you know what? You're not gonna do any damage to me, because I'm a fucking man. Yeah, did you meet my brother in the last stage? Fucking marching in place? That's how big of a badass he is. Call him Greg. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. And look at these guys, they're just pacing back and forth. They're like, I don't give a fuck. I could give less of a fuck if I'm gonna die or not. Check out my cool hat. I thought I was dead there. Yeah, so elevator antics or whatever this level's called, it's starting to show why it's called that, and that was not a good time to have that happen, because we got some very, 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 well, not really hard, but there's a few parts here that can trip you up a little bit, and seeing how my luck is going, I wouldn't be surprised. Jump. Oh, fuck you, Rare. I don't like you. That was not cool. Spitting nuts in my face. And that Necky was just like, you're gonna love my nuts. And he put them right in my face. Anyways. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Donkey Kong, you are a fantastic game, and I like you a lot, but we need some alone time. I mean, it's Valentine's Day. I think we should take a break. And that's why we should take a break. And that's why I hate Diddy. Why didn't I throw the barrel? I was like... Fuck, come on. Problem solving for a grade 2. You have barrel. Barrel hurts enemy. Enemy is standing in path. What do you do? Derp, jump on him. Yeah, that's exactly what my my reasoning was going into that. And yes, my reasoning was very poor, and I just lost a very quintessential part of getting past this. I need to jump. Okay. That was actually a pretty good cartwheel jump. I gotta remember to keep doing those because they will be incredibly helpful in the future here. Those cartwheel jumps, if you can master how to use those cartwheel jumps, I mean, you can be a friggin' pro at this game. If you can't, I mean, you'll look like a fucking noob trying to do them. I'm not bad at them, and I'm also terribly bad at jumping. Anyways, moving on. As I keep saying that, and we keep showing the same thing. I thought I was dead there. I'm actually amazed I lived through that. Wow. I did not know that G was there. Okay, so we got NG, which is a last name for some people. I believe it's pronounced Ning. I know there's some poker players with the last name NG. I just don't know how to really... Scotty Wynn? I think that was Scotty Wynn is one. I don't remember. I don't know cards anymore. I used to play tons of poker, but you know what? Being a poor college student, you don't get to do those types of luxurious things. And pretty much playing cards for money is a luxury now. I know I should be talking about the game, but you guys have seen this all already. This is nothing new. We haven't got to any new part of the game. It's just the same old shit. You're riding these elevators up and down and up and down. And we're almost at a new part. Fuck you, bird. Alright. Oh, are you serious? The exit was right fucking there. Piss! Okay. Well, those first 3 stages took us a whopping 17 minutes to do. Yeah, we're gonna save. You know what, fuck it, let's do the whole world. We'll see how fast we can do these next few worlds. Or, next few levels, sorry. Poison Pond here. This is where Rare was like, I'm gonna be a dick to you guys now. I'm gonna throw all these fucking enemies out of nowhere, and they're just gonna rape your shit, like that. Like that. They're just gonna fuck you up. And you're gonna have to take it and memorize where the fuck they're gonna be, because we're not telling you, and we're not gonna telegraph where they're gonna be at all. Yeah, Poison Pond, as you can see, me and Poison Pond don't have a whole lot of good history together. Just for a simple fact, I remember there's one here because I got raped both times by both these guys. Tried to be smart one time and go up top, and nope, there's one there too. This is where I was talking about in the earlier videos that those squids become a real issue. And it becomes really apparent here that Rare does not like you as a person at all, but simply wants to make friends and maybe go out to the movies every now and then, but not really have anything like a committed relationship. They're like, hey, you know what? We made you this beautiful game, and I hope you really enjoy it, but I was hoping we could remain friends. And you kind of feel a little bit empty inside after, because it tears a part out of you, and that perfectly describes Poison Pond. Yeah, I don't know if I could have made that more cryptic than I did, but I'm satisfied. And there's an instance of just random enemy bullshit that happens in this level. Hope it's my last, but probably not. I mean, this level has a lot of it. It's random enemy bullshit. But I can't really complain because I got to the halfway point with relatively no scars. Well, actually no scars at all. I took one hit, but I mean, no deaths. That's alright. Yeah, not too much. The murky water does actually... It can play with your eyes, especially with the piranhas. They kind of blend in. But if you're... As long as you're careful and kind of alert, you'll get by. Like, right there, that's kind of cheap, because that piranha blends in really well. I saw it at the last second, but it's okay, because they give you a DK barrel. They decide to take some pity on you, and they're like, hey, you know what? I didn't really give you a fair shake. Let's go out for a steak supper. But then, after the steak supper, Rare is all like, you know what, I think it's best that we just remain friends. You're a nice guy and all, but I'm just looking for somebody that's ready to be more committed into a relationship. And you're all like, no, fuck you, Rare. Fuck you. You are coming home with me tonight. And, anyways, back to the game. This ending here is the biggest dick ending of all time. As you can see, there's just random piranha plants going everywhere. They don't telegraph anything, but we got through it relatively unscathed. I can't tell you how many times I've been nailed by those fucking piranhas in the last part. But it's over and done with, and we move on to the second minecart level in this game, and I believe it's the last one as well. This one's a little bit different. As you can see, we can jump out of the cart now, whereas before we had one cart and we had to jump with it. Now we can go out of the cart and, you know, grab ropes, grab another cart, so on and so forth. To be honest, this level is quite a bit easier than the first one. I haven't heard as many people have trouble with minecart. I don't know if this is Carnage or Chaos or what the hell this is called, but this one I haven't heard many people have trouble with, so that's a good thing. And I don't really have trouble with it either. It's just, yeah, I tried, but that was a pretty good dodge for screwing up an earlier jump. That was not a good jump. Okay, we could do this with just Donkey, though. This is one of those areas in the game where it doesn't really matter who you have. Most of the time I prefer to have Diddy. And I know the game's called Donkey Kong Country, but you know what? I think Diddy is a superior character. And those 3 jumps right there are probably the hardest part of this level. If you get past that without being scathed, you're looking pretty good. Like, this is the end right here, I believe. Yeah, we're done. See? Relatively easy. Okay, yeah. Getting close to the end now. Blackout basement. Alright, let's give it a shot. Sounds like my basement on a Tuesday night. Blackout basement. Got all your friends over. One's passed out in the toilet. I don't know why I'm talking about this. My fan base doesn't want to hear about this. For all I know. Okay, for all I know, my fan base is a few guys that sit outside McDonald's begging for fries and a shake. And maybe one girl. Maybe. I really doubt it, but maybe there's a girl watching this. Anyways, I died. Let me talk about the level here. As you've already seen, the mechanic for this one is that it's going to go pitch black after a couple of seconds, and it's going to go flash on and off like this and try and trip you out. Unfortunately, I do not have a whole lot of patience, so I try and run through this, and fortunately I've got a pretty good sense of where I am when I do this, and I've got a pretty decent memory, so I'm not going to get tripped up there. I just about did, but and there's the halfway barrel. Okay, let's keep motoring on through this. I am actually decent at this level. Most people do the whole stop and start routine. I'm just a straight runner. That is basically all I will ever be, is just this guy who likes to run through the level at Mach speeds and try and beat it as quickly as possible. Although I am never going to be a speedrunner because I am a terrible player of video games when I try and do things fast. But you would have a hard time telling that because I am absolutely owning the stage and everything about it. And I just found a bonus area. You'd have a hard time deciphering that by how I'm playing right now because I'm playing very well for this stage. I don't know what I got there. Oh! I think this is going to be very helpful, actually, if I remember right. Yeah, it took out the orangutan that throws barrels. And right on. And we collect an extra life. And it says go that way, but I don't have anything to go that way. And we're done! See? Not so bad. Not bad at all. And we head off to the boss, Dumb Drum. No, this boss is a little different than what you might be used to from a boss. We don't actually hit the boss. all we have to do is dodge its pounds and then kill the enemies he spits out. He'll spit out harder enemies every time. So now it's snakes, and he'll pound a few times. And this time it is claptraps. And this time, oh, that's not good. You want to have Donkey up front for this just because of the last one where he spits out armadillos. The armadillos are tough with Diddy because Diddy bounces back off them when they're in a ball, and you can easily get bounced back into one of the armadillos. Here they come. Oh, I got very lucky there. Alright, and that's the end of this world. Wow, 17 minutes to do 3 levels. The rest of them a whopping 8 minutes, sorry. Anyways, we'll get back to this. I'm your host, the Mad Hatter. See you next time.